I'm Danny. I'm the choreographer for Peace on Your Wings, and you're going to take a look at a hair tutorial today. So the first thing to start is you want to be prepared with gel and with smaller elastics, so anything that you can either get the black ones or the clear ones, anything that is small would be helpful for that. And hairpins if you need them for any flyaways, as well as any hairspray, not pictured, but get that. Good. So then we start with our comb. Jody's going to model today. This is our Setsuko, so this would be Tegan and Sienna model. So for Tegan, we're actually going to keep the curls that she's got going on behind. Obviously, Jody's hair is not curly, but for Tegan, we can keep those curls intact. So we're going to basically just start from, we're going to do a side braid coming up and over and around to latch in. So we're going to start by separating the hair. So we're going to start by going all the way over. So my part might not be exact today, but if you do have like a rat tail comb, this is the best kind of comb to use because then you can get a nice clean part going all the way across the head. Good. So from here, just to make sure that none of those hairs really get in your way, you can actually take a hair tie. This you're going to want to use a bigger hair tie for, but you're going to want to take all that hair, pull it back and out of her face, just right where that part is. Boop. There we go. There's a nice clean part. Great. And actually, you'll probably want to wet Tegan's hair as well at the bottom and put some gel in it so that the bottom doesn't have a ton of flyaways in it. Great, so then we're going to take a hair elastic. We're going to tie this off. Doesn't have to be pretty, just out of her face. Start by doing this here. Great. Awesome. So then we're going to start, I believe, in lots of gel because we really need to like get those helmet heads going. Yeah, so you want to make sure that you're using as much gel as you can. Make your kid's hair real wet, and we're gonna just try to get all of that gel in her hair so it's nice and slick, and get all of those flyaways to really be gone. Thanks, Jody. You okay? How you doing? Good. Doing all right down there. Good. So then you really want to pull, you want to kind of brush it out just to make sure that it's super flat at first. And then you can start to take a section of it and part it. So then we're actually going to take a French braid coming up and over the top of her head. So we're going to start coming here. Cool. So a lot of these hairstyles will be French braided. So once you have a basic French braid, you can kind of start to manipulate it. So this one's going to go straight across. So Jody, if I could have you tilt your head just a little bit. Awesome. So we're going to start by sectioning it in 3. So you have section 1, 2, and 3. You're going to take it from the top and you're going to slowly start to braid it all the way over. And this process could take a little bit. So you have the under and the over, and you just keep pulling across. Cool. And if you get any bumps and bruises along the way, that's what pins are for, so don't totally worry about that. But you really want to pull it nice and tight for this one, so you don't want too much hair, because then the braids will be much bigger. Sorry, Jody, am I getting you? Nice and tight. Good.
For dances.
Yeah, exactly. We'll keep it nice and tight for every time you dance. Cool. And if it starts to get a little like messy there, you can always take your brush and sort of smooth it out a little bit more. Cool. Good. She's got long hair, so yeah, this is going to take a little bit longer than for Tegan. But for Sienna, this will be about accurate. So for Sienna's hair, we'll keep her hair straight in the back as well. Cool. So you get a braid going all the way across the front. And this will definitely make sure that we can see her face nice and clear from stage. So we'll get all those little flyaways. That's what hairspray is for too, so don't totally worry if you have some flyaways. Cool. But you do want to get it as tight as possible. Mm-hmm. You might need some more gel along the way, in which case you can always open it, reach your hand down, and your lovely helper here can totally help you. Sorry, Jenny. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you'll see, like, see how this one has like a little bit of a loop there? We can always fix that with a pin at the end. So basically, as we pin it, we can take it and push it down there. So don't be too worried about that. Cool. This is gonna take me a little bit, so you might not need to film all of this. Sorry, Jody. I'm like, this way.
Stop filming that.
Yeah. So now I have completed the braid going all the way across, and you can actually leave a bit of excess there, and we're going to just tie it off with one of our smaller rubber bands. The smaller the better. And from here, and again, any flyaways, you can just spray those with some hairspray. If you have any kind of like bumps that are coming up, you can just take that pin. I'll just show you really fast. You can take an open or closed pin, and you can just grab it, grab the hair face up with it, curve it down, and push it right back in there. See how that took care of all of that good stuff? It just brought it right in. Great. So from here now, we're going to...
I am right.
So from here now, we are going to release her hair in the back. So for Tegan, it'll be really curly. And now we are ready to go. And so for finishing touches, obviously Jody's hair is super long. For Sienna, I would say that if it is too long, we can always pull it into a ponytail, but we'll discuss that later once we see her with this hairstyle. So for this one though, she is ready to go. You would just spray with some hairspray. She'd close her eyes, make sure we don't get any of that in her eye, and then she'd be ready for stage. Ta-da!
Yay, Miss Diamond.